This is the Super Bowl for the Houston Texans. If you win this game, you take the AFC South title and have a chance the following week to fight for a number 2 spot. If you lose this game, you now have to depend on other teams to help you out and make a postseason run. This is the Houston Texans Super Bowl. This game is the biggest game of the season for the Houston Texans. Cue the intro.
The city of the dream team, Hakeem, Turing, Beyonce, yeah, me. And I remember hot summer, hot winter. I couldn't fight, so the block made a hot spill.
Everybody, welcome back to 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calvillo, and the Houston Texans are playing the Indianapolis Colts here at home. Thursday night football, primetime game. It's going to be an absolutely fun game in my opinion, but I am worried. And here's why. The Indianapolis Colts have had our number. The last 4 times they've played us, we've only won once to their 3. We should be 0-4 against them the past 4 games, but due to Frank Reich's dumb decision to not go for it, it really hurt them. Now, why I think this game is going to be tough is because of our secondary. Our secondary is absolutely horrible. Last time Jacoby Brissett played this defense, he looked like an MVP player, threw 4 touchdowns, almost 300 and something yards. He absolutely torched us. They were a running football team up to that week in the NFL when they played us, and they started passing. And I see no reason why they don't go back to that game plan. If Bradley Roby is out, the Houston Texans probably won't win this game. Having Bradley Roby there to help guard T.Y. Hilton is going to be absolutely key. I'm so nervous about this game. The offense looks absolutely fantastic. Yesterday, they just absolutely destroyed the Jacksonville Jaguars. And how they do that? Because they protect Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett behind that offensive line is generally unstoppable. And this is a huge game for the Houston Texans, and this is the season. And here's why I say this is the season. For all you people who kind of don't know much about football, we're playing for the AFC South title this game. And here's why I say that. They beat you the first game. So if they beat you on Thursday, the AFC South title goes to the Indianapolis Colts, and they secure that playoff spot. Then you have to fight for a wild card spot where there's teams like the Steelers, like the Browns, like the Bills, who are trying and fighting for that wild card spot. Then you have to go against New England, a team who you haven't beat in almost 6 years, maybe more. And if you lose that game, your chances of making the playoffs are slim to none. But all that scenarios could be erased if you win on Thursday. And here's why. You win on Thursday, and all you have to do is have a better record than the Indianapolis Colts, and the AFC South title will be yours, and you will have a home playoff game. I love that it's at home. I love that it's prime time because that's where Deshaun plays the best. This is going to be a huge game for Bill O'Brien. These next 2 games are going to decide if Bill O'Brien should be the Houston Texans head coach for the next couple years. The Indianapolis Colts are absolutely stacked on both sides of the football. They have, like I said, they have the amazing offensive line. Quentin Nelson is leading the charge. No Marlon Mack, but T.Y. Hilton is coming back. T.Y. Hilton, as we know, loves to always destroy the Houston Texans, averaging almost 100 yards per game against us. They have Eric Ebron, who torched us last time. On the defensive side, Malik Hooker is coming back. They also have Darius Leonard back to his form. This game is going to be harder than we think. Why? Because they've had our number. They went to our house twice last season and absolutely beat us, scoring almost 30 points in the playoff game. It is a hard game this Thursday for the Houston Texans. On top of that, you come off getting blown out by the Baltimore Ravens. Vice versa to the Colts blowing out the Jaguars, and they're feeling good coming to this Thursday night game. The Indianapolis Colts, they smell blood in the water. They could put this division away on Thursday night. And there is only one man who is going to stop them, who is going to solidify the Houston Texans as a contender, and that is Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson, I know for a fact, is not going to have 2 bad games in a row. On Sunday, he had the worst game he's ever had as a starter. He is going to bounce back, and he is going to lead this Houston Texans offense to 35 plus points. You could book it. The side that scares me is our defense. just because there's no secondary at all. Hargreaves is playing, so that's pretty good. You know, when the Buccaneers, they released him, we picked him up. Very good pickup. I'm not sold on him quite yet, but hey, we'll see how he is against this Indianapolis Colts. If Roby and Fuller come back and play this game, this is huge. This changes the whole game. Why? Because as much as good as the Colts defense is, they are a little banged up. And with this offense, with Will Fuller, we saw how good it got against the Falcons. The man had 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. Against the Chiefs, even though he had 3 drop touchdown passes, he was able to get open and free up Jordan Akins, free up DeAndre Hopkins, Duke Johnson, Carlos Hyde. Having Will Fuller there automatically boosts your chances of winning. And then add in Bradley Roby, who I think is the best corner on this team, just solidifies your defense. The part that worries me is there's no Justin Reed as a safety, who he hasn't been playing good all season, but hey, that's fine. I'm going to be honest, I see the Houston Texans losing this game. And I see them losing by almost 2 touchdowns. And here's why I see that. And it pains me to say this. Our defense is bad. And when you have an offense who sputtered like they did yesterday, it's just going to be a slippery slope and you're not going to be able to stop the Indianapolis Colts. The only way that you beat the Indianapolis Colts is if the offense stays on the field and keeps that defense on the bench. You did it against the Kansas City Chiefs when Patrick Mahomes was only on the field 5 minutes in the second half. You need to do that now, Houston Texans. You win this game, you have the AFC South title, and you still have a shot at the number 2 seed against New England next week. You lose this game, not only is New England a must win, but now you have to rely on other teams to help you get to the postseason. Bill O'Brien and Deshaun Watson, get your act together and let's bring this home. Let's take out this narrative that we are just not a good football team, that we are pretenders like we showed yesterday. Let's let the Colts come in here. Let's put up 40 points on them and let's solidify us as a team and give life back to the Houston City. Yesterday, we got the life kicked out of us and then stomped out even more. Why? Because we bought into the Houston Texans. We bought in to say they're going to go to Baltimore and beat them. I thought that it was going to be a close game, and I would have been fine if we lost, but it would have been close. But instead, they just absolutely demolished us. Like I said, this is our Super Bowl. We win this game, we're at a very good spot. We lose this game, this season is probably over. But let me know what you guys think. Is our Super Bowl this Thursday, or am I just overreacting? Houston Texans, let's go 7-4. You guys have a blessed day.